What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. It's a sunny day, man. Let's take a ride for a minute. Alright, so I wasn't gonna do a video about this because it's some fans out there that's really excited about it. But at the same time, gotta understand what's finna happen. So what I'm talking about is Micheal Jordan returning to NBC. Now, before I kick this off, I have a few videos now. I don't think I made one video about Micheal Jordan. And Micheal Jordan is one of my favorite players. He's not the favorite player of mine, but every time I'm looking at a game and he do something crazy, I'm like, Jordan. So I like Jordan just like everybody else. Well, I like Jordan. I don't hate him. I ain't gonna try to knock him, none of that. But it's some fans just like LeBron fans, like Joker fans. It's some fans, period. And fan is short for fanatic. Now, I don't consider myself a fanatic. I consider myself an observer of basketball. If you want to call me a fan, cool, whatever. But I think I can like a player and be objective about what he brings and what he doesn't bring. But with Micheal Jordan, as far as on the court, there's nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about. Homeboy was one of the most exciting players of his time in any time. And it's not too many players that can say that. So, he deserves his props for what he did. But I'm not all the way goo-goo crazy for Jordan like that. Although I do have a lot of literature about him and got games about him. But I digress. Point is, Micheal Jordan's returning back to the NBA as a special contributor to NBC. And it's a lot of guys thinking that he's going to get on there and trash LeBron and trash this guy and trash that guy. I don't know what some guys think is going to happen because I've been keeping my eye on this story now. He's going to be a special contributor, so it don't sound like he's going to be front and center every game. That's only obvious, but I read somewhere he's going to be on the Peacock coverage, and he's going to be on, I think, the Monday night game coverage. I don't know, but we'll see. But I would advise gentlemen, ladies, whomever that's looking for Micheal Jordan to get on TV and say this player ain't that, this player ain't this. Micheal Jordan ain't Charles Barkley. Micheal Jordan ain't Charles Barkley. They got two different mindsets, man. Two different mindsets. Although Jordan let his hair down in private settings. He lets his hair down in private settings. And if you've heard this story about Chameleonaire, the Chameleonaire incident, then you know what I'm talking about. Micheal Jordan got two different. He cares more about what people say than Charles Barkley does. Charles Barkley don't even care, Charles Barkley don't care. That's the reason why his opinions be coming the way they come, because he's not trying to, make it good or make it palatable for somebody that doesn't understand. So, but I'd say I'm not expecting Micheal Jordan to get on there and set the NBA world straight as far as the fans end. Look, if you want to hear somebody get a straight up opinion about stuff, and you gotta kind of like play the game on this. But if you want to hear somebody, you come to YouTube. You go to YouTube. Don't be looking for Micheal Jordan to go on there and say LeBron ain't got no heart, which is a lot of people. I would like to hear that myself. I would like to hear that myself, but that won't happen. For one, to let me know that Micheal Jordan is going to be somewhat controlled. I'll put it as light as that. That he got a huge bag for doing this little contributor gig that they gave him. I heard he got it through a homie of his that like play cards or something like that. Micheal Jordan, we got contacts everywhere, so. But he's getting the bag. So like they ain't gonna get him the bag and let him be some kind of loose cannon out there and say what he really feels about these players. Do you think really KG feels the way that he feels about certain players? You hear it come out every now and then, and KG is a perfect example because KG, he has a lot of heart, and that means that he's gonna come genuine. He's gonna be genuine in certain spaces, and so you see it on this podcast that he's on. Like sometimes he's subdued, sometimes he, depending on the subject, he gets fired up. Now, you gotta understand what type of guy Micheal Jordan was and is. He was a private guy for a reason. He wasn't like Magic. He's more like Bird. Him and Bird are kind of like the same as far as the way they like to go about stuff. Now, Jordan likes his attention. Bird really don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? But Mike do like the attention. But Micheal Jordan cares about how he comes off. I'm reiterating now. He cares about how he comes off. So don't expect him to get on there and just say LeBron ain't running down court. It might happen. It might happen depending on how long of a leash they give him. And I hate to put it in those terms, but that's just only the way that you can describe it. How much leeway he has. Let's put it that way. How much leeway he has, because they're not going to let him come on there. They've been saying for the longest that inside the NBA is trashing the product. So don't you think, as to counteract that, they're going to make it where those guys on NBC that's talking about the game can't really say too much. That's the reason why they got all the real columnists and journalists out the game. They showed and I'm gonna do a video on it too. They were talking about the select team that beat the Dream Team that one game. Chris Webber, Grant Hill, Rodney Rogers. Who else was on that squad? Grant Hill, Rodney Rogers. I watched it just the other day. Yeah, let's see, Grant Hill, Webber, Rodney Rogers, Bobby Hurley. Well, that's you get who I'm talking about. That's who was rolling around at that time. So, Micheal Jordan on that Dream Team was, that's how he got internationally known. But the point I done lost my point because but anyway. But the point is I'm trying to make is, don't expect Micheal Jordan to get on there and try to set the world straight with the NBA and put these young guys in check. He's gonna have to booster product just like every other guy. And what makes me really know that, they gave him that bag. So that's pretty much all that I gotta say on that subject. Can't wait to see how it's gonna play out though. Grandpa out.